Good Wednesday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network and our live coverage of the Chandler Grand Prix round number 6 of the qualifying rounds. 15 drivers have already locked themselves into the finale here in just a few weeks. We're going to find 3 more drivers from this field who are not already locked in and put them into that finale. Going to do everything tonight from the world famous Chili Bowl, Tulsa Expo Center. Sorry, trying to tell somebody we can't delay starting. All right. Sorry about that, folks. Trying to get one of the admins to be able to reconnect. He had a packet loss and dropped connection, but he should be able to make it back. About 55 seconds, we'll get on to our qualifying session. Couple of quick heats. A 30-lap feature. Top 3, like I said, are going to lock into the finale. Winner's going to pick up $75. These guys are racing for a chance to get into the finale at Millbridge here. Let's see, about 6 weeks. We'll have that finale. Be right around the first part of June. And the winner of that one's going to be offered $2,000 in cash for a chance to get into a USAC national event in a midget car. Second place, ROK Outlaw Kart Ride, or $500 in cash. Some other prizes going on too, but those are the 2 biggies. Mr. Adam, you know, Adam, you ought to try this. You ought to practice in that midget and come and try this once. Might be right up your alley. Got 2 weeks to get ready for the next one. Time running out on our practice session, and that means it is time for qualifying. As these drivers roll out, we'll do our level best. There goes Owen Helpane. We're going to get over here, and we're going to watch Brecken Reese as well. I saw Grady Chandler was actually making some laps, so hopefully he gets logged back into the server. I think he was having a packet loss problem, and he just needed to reset his iRacing, and he should be back any moment. So,
yeah, Roger, just now I've got Robbie Chappa here running under the famous Grady Chandler iRacing account today, trying to get connected here. It booted us out, but we're going to see some action here at Chili Bowl, man. This is a place that if you can go faster on the game, it relays to real life. It's probably the toughest joint to get around.
Yeah, this tiny little place, indoors, and I've been to it as a spectator numerous times, and I'll tell you what, watching the guys get around this place, it takes a special level of skill, and if you're going to be any good at it, this place can really chew you up and spit you out. Right now, Braxton Wilson right here, this 14 car, 11.87 seconds. He's the quickest of our qualifiers. He is done with his. We're going to find some. There's Brecken Reese. I just saw that he was rolling out, so I wanted to definitely try to watch his. He has been the bridesmaid so many times and not made it into the top 3 to lock in. He's been 4th at least 4 times. And we're going to see if tonight he can break that string and get himself qualified into the finale.
Yeah, I expect him to transfer. He actually is running a midget this weekend at I-44 for us Saturday, and tested a few weeks ago, and honestly, after about a lap and a half, looked like he'd been doing it his whole life. So I'm glad to see he's better in real life than he is on iRacing. I'll give him that.
That's outstanding. You mean if you don't get washed out, he's racing this weekend?
Hey, now, I'm keeping positive here.
I've already canceled all the plans for the weekends. There's no racing. There's no lake trips. There's no because it's going to rain. I think we're just going to work instead. We can make money instead of spending it for a change. Well, right now we got that 00 car out here. There is Mr. Chappa making his laps. He is really trying to work it and stay on the bottom. Keeps the left front right up on the berm right there. Chandler. Oh, that's Chapa right there in the 00, the Chandler car. 12:09, yep. So he's sixth quick at the moment. Second time around, 12:10. So about the same time. No, 11:87. No, that's not right. 12:10. I thought I saw 11:87 flash on there for a second. It was, but it went back. It must be reading somebody else's stuff. Braxton Wilson just went 11:87, so maybe it picked him up. So right now it is Aiden Price. And Aiden Price at 11:75 for his lap time. Then Wilson, Halpayne, Reese, and Gregory. So looking like qualifying's over. We're going to get to the first of our 2 heat races. Let's show you the starting lineup. Let's get a little bit different camera angle here. There we go. Aiden Price in that 49 car on the pole. Owen Halpayne in the 5 on his outside. Seth Gregory, you'll see him on that inside there. That I can't tell if that's a 14 car or 19 car. But the blue and white Toyota machine right there will be Seth Gregory. And then Abe Burkholder in that black and red number 99. We'll start on the outside of him. Bryce Shedd, the 17B car on the back of our first heat race.
Did you attend this year's Chili Bowl, Roger?
I did. I was in there Wednesday and Thursday, or Wednesday and Friday. I can't remember which 2 days. But I know I was there on Wednesday for sure. We talked to a lot of people, and it was a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun coming up there. We got to talk to a whole pile of people, but we're about to go green for heat race number 1. We're going to have to go through this again. So we're going to lose our sound for just a moment, folks, as we have to reset our mixer. It's my favorite thing in the world when that happens, but it only takes about 6 or 8 seconds for it to reset. So, quick reset there. We're going to come around 6 to go. Price out front of Halpayne. Gregory third, Shedd in fourth, and Burkholder went to the back. He is back here in that 5th and final spot. These guys getting around pretty quick here. Still running 1181s.
Yeah, bottom of the racetrack really coming in here. I'm curious of when the top will come back in.
Yeah, we kind of hope the top will start getting there pretty quick because it's a lot more fun when there's 2 lanes of racing and these guys aren't having to try to catfish the whole thing. But, yeah, we got to come up there, watch a few races, talk to a bunch of people, hang out for a little while. Wasn't horribly bad weather this year, so I was kind of happy about that. Made it an easier trip. 2 to go this time by. Still Price out in front. Halpayne and Gregory starting to get after each other a little bit. And Gregory's running just wherever Halpayne's not. And he is trying to get a run. I don't think he's going to get there on the bottom this time. He may have to move him. He tried to. Didn't work out. White flag in the air, but he's still on the inside. That may get him moved up the hill. That may open enough of a door. We're going to watch this battle. Price is going to win it easy. That time Halpayne way outside with the contact. That's going to give it to Gregory in second. Halpayne third. Shedd fourth. And a Burkholder will round things out. So the first heat already in the books. And Gregory Price.
I believe Price is already locked in, if my memory serves me correct.
I can neither confirm nor deny that. How about that? How about that for the help I'm going to give you tonight? All right, let's click that off. Let's click that on. We'll show you our starting lineup for our second and our final heat race of the evening. Braxton Wilson on the pole in the 14 car, and he'll have Brecken Reese in that 7 machine on his outside. Then you'll see the 00 of Bobby Chapa on the inside of row number 2 next to Race Foster in the 711, and I don't see Reno Midori. He was here, ran practice laps. I saw all of that. Where did he go?
Yeah, we were missing a few people compared to the entry list. I was very curious of, like I said, maybe some people got kicked or I'm not sure what happened. Hopefully they can make it back.
Yeah, hopefully he'll make it back and at least get to start the feature tonight. 30 lapper for our feature. We'll watch these guys come down the back stretch here. In the feature, we're going to get this view a couple of times. Look at that 7X car. Boy, the Otimez machine out there. So we get ready to go to the green flag, and we're underway for heat number 2. Slider line in 1 and 2 for Wilson. Reese staying stuck to the outside as Chapa feeding the bottom, and he may make it work. He may get around. Breck and Reese there. He's got it down the backstretch now with the slider line in 3 and 4. That may open the door back up, and Reese may go outside in and get the spot back if Chapa don't get the door shut here. Oh, you got to pedal faster, Fred Flintstone, if you're going to get around him. Woo, that was a close one. Wilson still flying out in front. Chapa trying to get around Reese. Reese with a mistake on the bottom. That opened the door. Now Chapa needs to go back and bottom feed right there, and he can keep the 0-0 out front. Meanwhile, Race Foster just falling a little bit further behind each lap of this battle in front of him. If he can get up there, he could really make it interesting. All 3 of them trying to get at each other, but Wilson's going to get the 3-to-go signal. Then Chapa now has Reese cleared, puts the left front up on the berm. That'll maybe open the door, but Brecken does the exact same thing. And that's how they're going to stay with 2 to go. Braxton Wilson, he's just, oh my goodness. And then a big slider in 1 and 2. Parked it up into the fluffy stuff right against the fence, and he closes the gap down. It was almost 2 seconds. Now we're going to take the white flag, and it's barely 6/10. That's only about 7 or 8 car lengths out here. But it looked like he's going to hang on. He'll pick up the win. That means our front row be our 2 heat winners. And Wilson will be on the outside. Chapa finishes 2nd, Reese 3rd, Foster 4th, and we hope Reno gets back in here and he can start the feature.
I'll tell you, something I've liked so far about all these races is the car count might not be the highest, but everything has been super quality. That was a super cool race between Brecken and Robbie, and wow, the old crew guy came through on that one.
Yeah, he's been improving anyway, and it just makes it a lot more fun to watch when guys improve week upon week upon week. So maybe he'll get himself locked in this week, and he can start focusing on that finale over at Millbridge here in about, about 5 or 6 weeks from now.
Yeah, I still haven't set the finale date on that. Just kind of looking to see once people get locked in, when it's going to coordinate with, most of the guys that are in it are locked in, have real life race schedules too, so to say, that we need to work around. So everyone gets a fair chance of participating, but I'm excited. I think it's going to be, honestly, one of the hardest races to win with the way the format's going to work. I mean, I don't know how many cars are going to take to the feature yet. I thought 12, I thought 16, 20, maybe.
Right.
But it's all down to qualifying good. If you got to show up and put yourself up front on that racetrack and with those good guys.
Well, it was fun last Tuesday night coming by and visiting with you there for a little bit. And we got to see some pretty good racing, I got to say.
Yeah, for sure. It was good, man. I don't know. I struggle to get into the wing cars for whatever reason. I enjoy it, but it's definitely it's not the same to me as a midget or a normal sprint car.
You're just a wing sprint car snob, aren't you, buddy?
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people up there Tuesday night. We talked to Shane Carson for a while. I know, Mike Layden, and I don't know. There was a bunch of guys that were running around up there that we got to see, and it was a lot of fun chitting and chatting. Went down to the pits, talked to Blake Hahn for a little bit. And we had a lot of fun, especially all the local guys getting to visit. That was great. And Shane Carson's always fun. He sat around, talked with us for I don't know, a little while, and all we did was we talked about old races, and that made it a blast for us. So, Wayne Johnson was around too.
Yeah, I did not see him, and honestly, I was kind of surprised to hear he was there.
Yeah, so fun deal. A lot of people. That might be the most people I've ever seen at that racetrack.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty full. It was. Man, like I said, for no support classes on a Tuesday night, it was a pretty impressive crowd. I hope everyone did well in the race.
Well, we're going to let these guys kind of run this. I'd like to see them knock that bottom off a little bit more and maybe bring that top back into play here. Alpine having a problem down there in 3 and 4. He just now got the car off the track. But I'd like to see that top maybe have a shot and some guys be able to go up there and maybe work for it a little bit, trying to rip the lip up here.
Yeah, I mean, it's bottom though too. I'll give it to you. You know, it's not easy to get around here, but at least with having a berm, it generates more mistakes, and I think it's harder to run than the tires.
Yeah, I don't care what track it is. You put me in this car on iRacing, I told you this before. That thing's going to spin out in the pits before I ever get in it. That thing wants to turn left all the time, and it doesn't ever stop turning left. I cannot get a handle on driving this car. We've taken it to big tracks, and I still can't get a handle on driving this car. Any of the other dirt cars, I'm fine. The midget, for whatever reason, confounds me, and I cannot do it.
Some pretty good racing going on right there. We're just coming off the floor.
Yeah, guys are kind of moving it around pretty good here. It's looking like, well, I just about was getting ready to say Wilson, you know, he's the quickest of them, and then he goes down into 3 and puts the whole front end up on the berm, and wheel stands through half the corner. Every time we put the camera on these guys, it seems like something weird happens. So, watching him, watching Breckin Reese as well. Watch Breckin Reese because he's been such a bridesmaid for so long in these qualifiers that it would be really good to see him break through and finally get there. He is trying to work the top. Now he's trying to work the fence. I told you we put the camera on him, and well, where things just start to happen, I don't know. Broadcaster's curse. We everybody says it's not real. I don't know. I've been doing this a long time, and I kind of believe that it is a real thing. There, Reno is back. I knew I didn't see that blue and yellow and white car, but he missed his heat race, but he's out here warming up. Maybe he's going to give these guys a break, start at the back, and then just go past them all. Would that not be exciting tonight? That
would be good. You know, I guess you can call it kind of equipment failure lineup for heat racing. Your car don't start when your computer breaks on high racing. So start from the scratch. I bet he keeps his nose clean at the beginning. I expect him to be pretty good.
Yeah, we'll see. He's going to have to start Shotgun Charlie in this thing, so give him all the chance to run. There's Robbie out there getting him a few laps in. Only got about 4 minutes to wait out for the warm-up session here. Have you watched that Rich Vogler and Mel Kenyon documentary?
Has it came out yet? I've seen the
I actually have it on the TV above me right now. This stuff is really cool.
Wow. Yeah, I was looking forward to it after seeing the previews right up my alley.
I had forgotten how when Jeff Gordon was that young. He's in this documentary.
Yeah.
And I had forgotten when he was that young. This is amazing stuff. This is great footage and great commentary, and the story is fantastic. I muted it a little while ago, so all I'm doing now is I'm seeing them racing around and stuff, but they're talking about Kenyon now. But this is really cool. If you got a subscription to Flow Racing, make sure you go watch this because I think this is really neat. I love that this kind of stuff is coming out right now.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I don't know. Have you ever watched any Loud Pedal Productions?
No, really haven't. I was thinking about that the other night, that I hadn't really been following them as closely as I used to. I've seen a few little things here and there, but I never really, I don't know, for whatever reason, sometimes I lose interest in things really easily.
Oh, I get it. I mean, them, with their airs of videos, I mean, when I was, a kid from the age of, like, I would say, 9 to 13 was, like, their height of, pushing the content and it all being super crazy. And I would say I account for at least, a quarter of the views on all those videos. I mean, that was like my Bible. You were watching it all the time, and I think that's what made me go love, normally sprint cars and midgets so much, is watching things in slow motion the whole time, and, the coverage is crazy, and like the Sprint Week videos from 2011, 2012, I mean, if you follow racing and you're a guy around my age, those are like iconic moments you can still see in your mind, even hearing the song that's playing.
Fantastic. And everybody has those moments that, something, whether it was a televised race or it was an actual trip to a track or whatever it was, there's certain things that just, you'll never forget those. when CBS Sports Spectacular used to cover World of Outlaws races, or they'd cover the Hut 100, or up there at DuQuoin when they used to cover that race all the time. I mean, there's just things that I remember being young that now if you watched it, it's so grainy and the TV coverage looks so bad, but it was state-of-the-art stuff, and you can see a lot of racing on TV when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah. That's like, I mean, my old man talks about having to wait till you get Speed Sport to see who's winning races.
Yep. That was about the only reporting that we had was that magazine, so we're getting down to it. We're down to about a minute in the warm-up session. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And Adam, I'm sorry I have not been paying too much attention to the chat, but it is a fixed setup deal that we're doing here. Told you I really feel like you ought to try it. Yeah, and I know you got all the autographs at the booth to sign, and all of those things. But every once in a while, a race car driver's got to get in the race car. I mean, I'm just saying. Adam runs a lot of dirt and asphalt series that I'll cover on the channel, so he's in the chat. I'm trying to get him to come do this, and he's talking about he's got to be autographs to sign at the booth and everything else there.
Hey,
these guys are fun. Oh, he runs in my Monday night stuff, and he's actually improved quite a bit in the dirt stuff over the last couple of seasons of running it with Reed, Rundle's bunch, and my bunch. And so he's kind of become one of those forces to deal with. And we did a show last night on asphalt, and he had a good run. He and his little buddy Reed came home 1-2, so I've been giving him grief, and he's trying to give me a little back, I think. But no, I want to thank all the fans for tuning in. Guys, we really appreciate you coming out and watching on a Wednesday night. There's a whole lot of other things you can do. It's getting warm out, and so you're spending some time, whether you're watching it on your iPhone or your tablet or on your computer, wherever you're at. We appreciate you being here, and round 6 about to go feature time here. So that means we're going to put 30 laps up on the big board. Whoa, why is that not? There it goes. We're going to show you the starting grid. It's going to be Aiden Price in the 49 on pole with Braxton Wilson, both of your heat race winners. Up front, getting things going for us. Then it'll be the 5 of Seth Gregory on the inside of row number 2. Next to the 00 of Robbie Chappa. He is driving the Grady Chandler machine tonight. Owen Halpane inside of row 3 next to Brecken Reese. Brecken Reese, our resident bridesmaid. See if he can go from 6 to 3 at least and get himself in, if not further up. Bryce Shedd, 17 car. He is row 4 to the inside, and on his outside, that's a 7-11 of Race Foster. And then your back row tonight, Abe Burkholder in the 99 and Reno Medora in the 93 car. Dory missed his heat race, so he will start out back. We think he's just giving everybody a little advantage, so we're going to see how far the 93 car can drive forward. It's going to happen fast. It's going to be furious. If we miss something, we apologize, but we're going to try to watch the most exciting stuff on the track, and we're definitely going to keep our eyes at the leaders because they are going to get around here pretty quick as we're doing a little bender bumping as we come to the green, but the green flag is out. Through 1 and 2. They're going to get single file through the top 3, and they're going to be 4 wide back in the 4th or 5th row. Wheel stands everywhere. And now they'll start to sort it out. Price, Wilson, 1, 2. Hal Payne and Gregory once again going at it on the track, and they're doing it early. They'll battle for 3rd and 4th, and Hal Payne will take it away. We're a single file through the entire field. I thought I saw Bryce Shedd get a little out of shape. Yeah, he's got the left front way up on the berm. He's going to cut the berm right here down the front stretch. All kinds of company. As Foster now trying to get around him. Those two going to trade rubber down the back stretch. 3 wide. Oh, this time Foster loses the nose. It turns into the infield. He clipped Brecken Reese briefly. I told you it was going to be fast and furious, guys. We're trying not to miss the action, but wow, Grady, they are really getting at each other.
Yeah, nothing really justify having a yellow out so far, which has been pretty nice, but field's getting strung out here, 25 to go.
Now, hopefully we don't have another glitch. I know it was on for sure. We triple checked it before we came in. Right now, everybody kind of minding their P's and Q's, a little bumping, a little grinding here and there. That's kind of welcome to the Chili Bowl. But starting to get them spread out now. Price and Wilson have both broken away from Halpane in third. He's got a big gap back to Gregory. Then Chapa back here in the fifth spot. Shed, Reese, Burkholder. Midoriya up to ninth, and Foster finally got the car back on track, and he is 10th. Still in the lead lap, but he is about 9 1/4 seconds behind the leaders. He's going into 1. They're coming out of 4. So just a straightaway away, and this 30 laps is going to fly right by. They are running 12 flat, getting around here. Wilson seems like he creeps in on Price, and then Price finds something and moves away 3, 4, 5 car lengths. Colton Key. What are we umming, buddy? Tell us what your ponder is. Creeping in on the halfway point, about 2 more laps, and Price has had his way. He is now starting to get out there 6/10. These guys 2 seconds in front of Halpane in that third spot. Those are your lock-in spots. We're going to go back to the back of the field. Midoriya and Foster going at it, and the leaders are catching them, and they're catching them pretty quick. Oh, Midoriya with a problem down the backstretch and into 3. He got it out of the way. The leaders go by him. Now Race Foster will be the next one. When they get to the traffic, is that what's going to decide on our first caution of the night? Bryce Shed and Reno Midoriya. And let's see what happened. Reno may have actually made more out of getting a caution than anything. I don't. Oh, yeah, there it is. He tipped it over up there in 1 and 2. Right after he got way out of shape in 3 and 4, he tips it over in 1 and 2. Luckily, it lands on its wheels. Think he'll be able to keep going. He will be a lap down already. Well, we got past halfway before we caught a caution. And the leaders were going to get in traffic, and I was just getting ready to ask you if you thought getting into traffic might be what decided this race, and now it may not be a factor at all.
Yeah, I'd expect them to be clean of traffic, but it's nice to see that everyone's running clean, and hasn't been no crashing so far, so it's pretty nice.
Our only caution thus far, the one we're under right now for a solo incident, as pace truck gets out of the way. We're getting ready to go back to green. Going to have 13 laps remaining. Price on the throttle. Got the green flag and the thumbs up. Back underway. Oh, a little bit of shaking and baking back here at the back. Breck and Reese, Robbie Chapa, Abe Burkholder all getting close and friendly with each other right there on the restart. They're still going at that, and Breck and Reese really made an aggressive move to get into the corner and then gets tapped in the back end for his efforts. And now Burkholder got the car up on the berm, and he's got to give the spot away. But we'll go back to the front because Price now starting to get away. 10 laps remaining. He's just been very smooth and running pretty much whatever line he wants to run, and it's working for him. I can tell you that that is not a line that you are going to see on Saturday night at the Chili Bowl ever. That slider line just does not work there. You're either right around the bottom or you're right around the top. This in on the bottom, out on the top thing, I have never seen that work at the Chili Bowl.
Yeah, the ghost slider does come in handy.
Oh, well, all of them got the left front up, top 3 that time. I thought maybe when Price did it that Wilson would have a chance to close in on him. He's picked up a couple of tenths. We're down to 6 to go. We're going to get the wave lap the next time around. Flagman will show him a full outstretched hand of fingers. And he does exactly that right there. So 5 to go. we're going to get close, but we're not going to get back into traffic. And I was interested to see what was going to happen when we got to the lap traffic, if it was going to affect our leader or if he was going to be able to carve his way right through there and stay out in front. But right now, it doesn't look like he's going to catch them. There'll be 3 to go this time by caution. Oh, no. Is our bridesmaid in trouble? Reese around the bottom. Got down the corner. Yeah, a little tap there. He and Shed got together, and Reese got the car a little sideways, got it stopped, and now caution coming out. So we'll shake things up a little bit. We'll reset the field. We're going to have a 3-lap shootout. Price, Wilson, Halpane, Gregory, Shed, Reese. The 7th place, that is Chapa. And Foster, Burkholder. Medora's still out there a lap down. Probably could wave him. Put him back on the lead lap. There's 3 laps to go. But I do not have the admin box set up on this machine, so I cannot do that. So we're going to get back to it. Just 3 laps remaining. Round number 6. And the green flag back over the field. Wilson's going to do something. He's got to do it right here, right now. And he's going to keep it pinned in close to the bottom. 2 to go. 0.3 of a second. The gap, that's only about 4 car lengths. And that widens out a couple of tenths right there. Back to the slider line. White flag out over the field. And the caution. And we're going to have another 2-lap shootout, I think.
Wow, not sure what triggered that, but that should shake everything up.
Shed and Reese getting together again. And with Shed getting sideways right there, that was enough to trigger a caution.
Well, after the last race, I'd rather be oversensitive than undersensitive.
Me too. That last one was an anomaly.
But with Price, I believe, already being locked in, that would put
Wilson, Halpane, and Gregory.
4th spot on the bubble.
So Halpane, Wilson, Halpane, and Gregory are R3 right now because Price is already locked in?
Yes, I believe so.
Very good. All right, restart. Green, white, checker finish. See if anybody can go up here and get Aiden Price. I don't think so. Oh, and now Wilson with problems. Halpane's going to go around in second. Gregory's going to move up there. Here comes Brecken Reese. And Reese just comes up short. Now we have a little extracurricular there.
Wow.
I'm not sure what happened there. We may need to go back and take a look at that. So Price is going to win it. Halpane second. Gregory third. Wilson is going to come home in 4th. And once again, Brecken Reese is a bridesmaid. So.
Man.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
On the iRacing, but racing will do that to you.
Yeah. All right, there is your finishing order. None of these guys are in here for us to chat with. We'll give them a couple of minutes, talk about what we've got. Now we've got, 18 drivers checked in. We're looking for 6 more, right? So 2 more races?
Yeah, that is correct. So it'll be a starting field of 24 at Millbridge, and the winner of that, obviously, gets the option of the grand prize. So, like I said, I think whoever wins it, it's going to be one of the toughest honestly, dirt races on iRacing to win, just because of the competition that's going to be there and guys that have experience in real life and everything.
Right.
So should be a tough race, and I'm expecting a lot out of it. Like I said, it's all going to come down to qualifying on that small of a track.
Yeah, just looking to see if maybe one of these guys is going to make their way in. We know that Aiden Price picks up the $75 for tonight. He's already locked into the field, so Owen Halpayne, Seth Gregory, and Braxton Wilson are our next three. And once again, Brecken Reese, one spot out. Eventually, it's got to fall his way. He just had a rough go of it tonight. This is a tough place anyway. We saw some pretty good racing. That last lap deal was kind of interesting, but it really didn't affect the order because those three drivers were in anyway until that little deal happened there. So not sure what kind of started all that, but it just looked like there was just too many guys in the same piece of real estate at the same moment. So other than that, it's been pretty good. We got 2 left. We'll do this again in 2 weeks. That date will be... Hey, wait, do we have drivers? Do we have drivers? Is that Aiden right there?
See if you can pull him up.
Well, let's find out if that's Aiden Price. Cancel that. Is that you, Mr. Price?
Yeah, I didn't mean to join.
You didn't mean to join. You got to join because we got to talk to the guy that won tonight.
Yeah.
Well, I figured you dragged me.
I did. I drug you right up here because I wanted to ask you, Chili Bowl, and you were running a really interesting line out there, but it didn't look like you were ever really challenged. How was your feature tonight?
Car was really good. I was trying to just be easy on the throttle for the first half of the race because I knew he'd try and be aggressive and try and get there or getting ahead of me at least one point. I was just trying to cruise and save. So we did that and accomplished that. Did better with tire wear than I thought, but we were fast.
Yeah, it looked like a couple of cautions with some restarts there. You didn't miss a beat. And tell me that line that you were running because I told Grady earlier I've never seen that line at the Chili Bowl work ever.
I've watched it work a ton of times. I've ran Chili Bowl Nats and all that iRacing events and all that stuff. Lines are different, but I know this track pretty well on iRacing and midgets. I run it a lot and very familiar with their track.
All right, man. Well, you're already into the big finale over in Millbridge. What's your plan for that going forward since it's just a few weeks away?
Not really knowing what to expect with a bunch of good drivers. I mean, it's my home track, so I race there a lot in the micro, but I've attempted it in a midget for a few times on the sim, and I don't know. I think I can do good in there. Have a shot at the $2,000.
All right, man. Well, you got any quick shout-outs, any thank yous before we let you get out of here?
Victory Performance, I got my boys over there who sell setups over there really fast, and midgets and sprint stuff. And then on my WR1 sim I got so go check them out, WR1 Sims. Really nice sims.
WR1 does build a killer setup.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on winning tonight. We know you were already locked in, so you're going to let the next group behind you get locked in, and we'll finish filling in that 24, so you got some good challengers when it comes finale time.
All right, thank you. You guys have a good night.
Thanks, man.
See ya.
Aiden Price. Got to talk
Wow,
to
I would hate to see him on a custom setup.
Yeah, no kidding. Was he the one that just picked it up the other day that they had all the stuff on Facebook about? I don't know. I saw one that somebody was being really appreciative about, them getting it built and getting it.
Oh,
it may have been
that
him.
was Jet Nunley.
Oh, was it Nunley? Okay, all right. That's cool. I couldn't remember who it was. I saw it for just a few seconds and read through it real fast, and then I moved on. That was, I don't know, sometime late last week. So. All right, man. Well, I don't know who else we can talk to, but.
Why are you watching the race?
I just joined. I finished third.
No, talk to him. What's up?
Finished third, actual third, or you finished like the last qualifier third? So I know who this is.
Like actual third, like.
Seth Gregory?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it didn't have an S by your name, so I wasn't sure who I was talking to, man. But hey, man, thanks for joining the chat. Interesting last lap there. Didn't really change a whole lot in the finishing order, but a bunch of guys got together down in turn one. What was going on there?
No, I seen the guy in front of, he was running second, I believe, and he kind of clipped the wall with his right rear, and it pointed him straight down the straightaway, and he couldn't turn on entry. So then it let me and the guy in front of me, I'm not sure who that was, get by him there. Wasn't really expecting that. Kind of didn't have a lot of speed. I'm trying to get used to this again. I got used to the old update, and now we got the new update, and now I'm slow. So trying to find more speed on here, and took a little break, but now I'm getting back into it and got my first win in real life at my home track, running a 125 on Saturday. So I'm gonna try and keep that streak going.
Well, congrats on that, man. Excited to be qualified into the finale for the big prizes?
Yeah, I can't wait. Millbridge, I'm actually kind of decent on, so I should be a little more quicker there than any of the other tracks that we've ran on so far.
All right, man. Well, give us some shout-outs, some thank yous real quick before we let you get out of here, and we'll say thanks for joining us again, and congrats on qualifying through.
Thank you. I got to thank Stitcher's Auto Body, Reamstown Truck and Auto, Three Little Pigs Welding, Fuller's Performance, Mill Creek Building, Noltz Brothers, Bobcat, and everyone who helps me.
All right, man. Congrats on making it through, and we'll look forward to seeing you in a few weeks over in the finale.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, that's Seth Gregory. Well, interesting one tonight. I think we need to have you address what's going on in the Discord chat down there. But beyond to that, man, another fun one. We'll get the last two in and get everybody kind of set up for the finale. Sorry, I'm watching that chat. There's more going on in there, but get everybody set up for the finale, and we'll kind of build as we go. And man, it's going to be a lot of fun finishing these last couple of races. I don't know. Oh, there he is.
I'm excited.
All right, man, I'm going to let you deal with all that down there. I'm going to say goodnight to the fans. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Do not forget about tomorrow night. SimRapMarket.com Mighty Midget Series, round number 4. And that guy's doing it again. He's on another heater. And he swept last week. So he won the first 3, then lost 1, then won 2. Now we're going to see what happens this week. So make sure you tune in 8 o'clock Eastern for that. And then we'll be back on Sunday to wrap up the Mars Series. Till then, peace and love to everybody. Thanks for tuning in.